I get the feeling that I had a horrible dream, but I can't remember what it's about. It's still March, but when I got up, I was drenched in sweat. My dream probably involved people dying. There was the war. Then I became a policeman and encountered murder cases. I saw enough human death to become tired of it, but even then, I never grew used to it.
Nissan, are you awake?
The sliding screen opens, and Yukari peeks her face in. Yeah, I'm fine.
How about some breakfast?
You can go ahead and eat first. You're going to the academy before me anyway, right?
Oh, Nissan, don't you remember? Today's the day we go to the art museum.
Oh, that was today?
You're hopeless. I'm getting things ready, so please, hurry and get up.
And I gotta catch a killer too. How did I forget? Come on. Or that one person's boyfriend, anyhow. Suspected killer. If she hadn't reminded me, I would have gone straight to work, no question about it. Right now, I really need to focus my efforts on the case, not on leading around a bunch of schoolgirls. However, a person of interest will show his face at the museum today. Mori Yoitsuki. The guy was together with Nichizone Yui. I need to make contact with him carefully, without getting Yukari and Toko involved. Disregarding the other Toko, because fuck her. Well, time to get moving. Is everybody here? I think you can tell at once if you looked. Mitsuharu replies at once, not bothering to hide her bad mood. I don't like you. Just the three of us.
I guess he wants to show his teacherly qualities.
Toko flashes an evil grin. Okay, let's just get going then. I pay the fee for 4 people, and we go inside.
What kind of museums have a fee to get inside?
That seems like highway robbery to me. Well, at least any museum I've been in didn't have a fee. Anyhow, framed paintings are hung everywhere on the wall.
Toko, let's take a look at the ones on this side.
Okay. The two of them take off together. Where's Yukari? I turn around, but she's not there. It looks like she went to browse without me noticing it. What the hell? Everyone's just going to do their own thing. There's no sense of unity or order here. I feel someone staring at me. Actually, the situation seems familiar. As I thought, I see a white-skinned girl when I look at the source of my discomfort. Hey there, it's Stella, right?
Who are you?
She tilts her head in quizzically. I suppose it's to be expected. I haven't met her that many times. I guess you don't remember, but I asked you about the exhibition here before. Shinzo.
Now open.
Well, I came here because I knew that, but...
I see.
She walks away, apparently losing interest in me. Alright, Stella, could you tell me about him? Shinzo? Yeah, I'm not very well versed in the field of art.
I see.
Stella nods and walks to the front of the painting.
This is a work of Shinzo painted before the war. The delicate brushwork and bold colors make him highly esteemed, even overseas.
Suddenly, she launches into a new florid explanation of the police. Fluent.
And over here we have something he painted after the war, at Hiroshima. After several months, he walked down the streets, still scarred by the atom bomb, and painted this.
Stella?
Yes?
Stella looks at me, her manner returning to normal. You're quite knowledgeable.
It's my job. She nods slightly, then continues. The theme of Shinzo's last exhibition is rebirth. Most of the works here exhibit that theme. Religious art, such as the Resurrection of Christ, is the focus. Not only do we have the works from the art museum in Osaka and Kurashiki, but Miami himself has allowed us to display works from his personal collection. Now that she says it, I can see that every one of these works has either life or death depicted in them. Comparatively speaking, I suppose his newer works feel like they have a greater impact because they were painted after the war. It almost feels like an obsession. This way? She grabs my arm and pulls me over. In the innermost part of the exhibition room is a huge painting, and standing before it is Toko. That's a black egg. Yes, this is difficult to describe in words. It does look quite similar to Toko as well. It looks as though the girl will hatch from the egg at any moment. Toko is staring intently at it, transfixed. I find myself comparing Toko's profile to the girl in the painting. They are really similar. It's almost as though this was painted just before the end of the war, and is considered Shinzo's greatest masterpiece, Kara no Shoujo. Stella's voice is solemn and quiet. I never did look up what the translation of this is in English, so I should look that up sometime. Once our visit is finished, we go outside. That was a great help, wasn't it, Toko? Yeah, sure. What's up? You don't look so well. I guess I'm just a bit tired. It's about time we went home, Nissan. You're right. I'm worried about Toko's condition. Earlier, when she was looking at the painting Kara no Shoujo, her expression had glazed over. Could be more to it than masterpiece or not. It's still a painting. The girl shown there may not be identical to Toko. That said, I can hardly dismiss the similarity as a coincidence. Her mother, or perhaps a relative, one of them might have been the model. But now that I think of it, the girl doesn't look like Toko's mother's Chizuru. Huh? I catch sight of someone out of the corner of my eye. Of course, I had some questions to ask him while I was here. Yukari, I'm sorry, but could you go on home without me? I don't mind, but is it for work? That's right. I understand. Please, be careful. Yukari heads over to join the other two Tokos. I turn back to the art museum. When I get inside, there he is. Moriyutsuki, arguing with Stella over something. Photography, not allowed. Oh, come on, it's no big deal. But it's not allowed. I got permission to cover this, though. But photography is not allowed. Okay, break it up, you two. Now's a good time as any to interrupt. If I can get in a good rapport with him, then talking to him later will be easier. Who are you? Seriously? We just met a minute ago. Your name? I realized that I never actually told it to her. I'm Tokisaki Reiji, a detective. I make sure Mori can hear. He gapes in astonishment. Reiji? Yep, I don't mind if you call me that. Keep an eye on him as I continue talking to Stella. If he were sharp, he'd show some kind of reaction when I called myself a detective. Oh, so you're a detective? Huh? That was definitely not a sharp reaction. Is he not connected to these cases, or is he just putting on a show? You're Mori-kun, right?
How do you know my name? I've been looking for you. Are you familiar with a girl named Nichizona Yui? Since we're obstructing the exit of the exhibition room, I'll get straight down to the business. Yeah, I know her. Looking astonished, he gives a reply I wasn't expecting. I guess it was around fall last year. I met her at the park and we talked. I asked her to be the subject of some photos. Perhaps you don't know who I'm talking about. Huh? What do you mean? Doesn't look like he's playing dumb. Right now, she's gone missing. Are you serious? Come to think of it, I haven't seen her since New Year's. I was sure that she had dumped me. He doesn't sound like he's lying. Is there anything I can do? For now, you can just answer my questions. I'll do anything. I'll show you all the pictures I've taken up to now. Up until now? Do you have any pictures of Nichizona? Yeah, of course. I'll bring them over later. Alright. But why don't we meet up tonight? There's a cafe called Moon World in front of Nichijoji Station. Alrighty. Catch you later then. He turns around and leaves the exhibition room. I still don't know whether I can trust him. What I do know is that he'll bring me some information. Gosh, she's so cute. Stella's staring at me. What? Reiji, a detective? Yeah. I see. Apparently, finding that to be acceptable, she leaves. I really don't get that girl. Neither do I. But I like her, and her personality is awesome. I have arrived at Inokashira Park. I've come here to confirm what Tojiko told me yesterday, but I look around the area. There are a bunch of kids playing around the pond's edge. I guess I'll try asking them. Hey, you guys, you got a second? What's up, old man? Well, I guess I can't help it if that's what I look like to them. Have you seen a black piece of cloth dropped around this area? I've seen it. Really? Yep. Taka-chan put it on and played with it. Where is it now? Taka-chan said that it got blown away by the wind and got stuck in the top of a tree. As he said that, the kid points to the sky with his finger. Follow his line of sight, and indeed, there is something black caught high in the tree. That's way up there. Thanks, kiddo. Now how am I going to get that? I guess I'll just have to climb it. Yay. How many years has it been since I last climbed a tree? Yeah. Just a little more. My fingertips catch on the cloth. Good. Now to reel it in. Falling from here would be no laughing matter. Sensei, what you doing? A familiar voice rises up from below. I look down with the cloth in my grasp, but the branches block my view. With no choice but to throw the cloth over my shoulder, I make my way cautiously back to the tree. Down the tree. Phew. Let's not do that again. And there's Tojiko, waiting for me at the bottom. Tojiko, what are you doing here? Hey, that's my line. And don't call me Tojiko. Forget it. Is this the piece of cloth? No, is it this piece of cloth? Is this what the Black Madonna from the rumors was wearing? Don't look at me. I'm not the one who saw her. As she says that, Tojiko takes a closer look at the black cloth. It looks like it could be worn by a person. Look at this part. It has a hole in it. Sure enough, there's a hole in a part that she points out. It looks as though it could be worn as a rain gear. So, if this is the Black Madonna, aside from the matter of the black egg, the mutilated corpse that was discovered near here isn't really connected to the other cases. That means the mystery is completely solved, right? By her expression, Tojiko is dead serious. No, Tojiko. You don't get it at all, do you?
I just wanted to savor the mood. I part ways with Tojiko and wait for Uzumi in front of the station, planning to hand the cloth over to him. Just when I'm starting to think I'd have better luck at Moonworld, Uzumi comes out from the ticket gates. Yo, what did you say you found? This. A piece of cloth. It might be like the other ones. So, you think so too? The other one refers to the piece of black cloth that was wrapped around the corpse. Can you see if they're the same? Sure, I can get it done. But how is this going to help? It might not help at all. Now, wait just a sec. Calm down. It's not a reliable piece of evidence, but at the very least, it might show us that the murders and the rumor are related. Hurry up and give me a suspect. If you don't, then the number of these corpses is going to increase. I know that. We're closing in, but the hard truth is that we haven't found a single piece of evidence that will be a clincher in finding the killer. The western sky is beginning to take a tinge of crimson. Now where should I go from here? Let's see. I was just at the museum, so I don't have any point in going back there. The hospital, Natsume was still out, right? So I don't think she'd be back in one day. Nakashira Park. Actually, wasn't I just there? I guess I'm going to Moonworld. I've arrived at Moonworld. The place should be empty around this time, so I should be able to relax here for a while. Huh? Oddly, nobody welcomes me upon my entrance. At first, I assumed they're busy, but there are no customers inside. Instead, Kyoko and Hatsune are huddled together at the corner of the counter. Well, how about this then? That'll be within budget. Hello? You have a customer, ladies. Oh, Tokisaka-kun. Kyoko finally acknowledges my presence. Can I get a coffee? Hey, why do you have ice cream this time of year? There's a plate piled with ice cream on the counter. Hatsune-chan said that our place needs a new menu. Well, that's because people complain that we only serve biscuits. I think it'd be nice if we had some more cakes and things like that. Food that doesn't keep for a long time is a pain. Then some general snacky foods would be good, right? Well, why don't you try making some, Hatsune-chan? Me? Sure. Hatsune nods, full of confidence. And while you're at it, hey, could I get some coffee? How long am I supposed to wait here? Mori will be getting here in a bit, but I've still got some time left before that. I suppose I should go somewhere else in the area. Sorry, Kyoko. I'll be back later. I bid farewell to the two ladies, still engrossed in their discussion behind the counter, and go outside. That was kind of pointless then. Back to the park, I was just there. Look! Let's go to the academy, see what happens there. Magic. I've arrived at Open Girls Academy. Today's a day off, so I don't see any students around. However, the faculty room is illuminated. Seki might well be working here, even on a day off. Since I came all the way over here, I might as well say hello. The door to the infirmary is slightly ajar. Light leaks out from within. It looks like Nene's come in as well. As I quietly take a peek inside, I see her facing her desk, looking something over. Let's see what she's doing. Nurse Nene. Whoa! Tokisaka-sensei? In a panic, she snaps the book shut and stands up. Looking something up? Yeah, I can't take my time and read unless we have a day off. You've got it pretty rough, eh?
Several books on genetics are stacked on her desk.
I did some research in genetics when I was in college. I was looking some things over, since a paper was recently published that claims the structure of DNA is double helix.
Damn. So that wasn't discovered too long ago? That's a little out of my league. You learn something every day. Fuck. A lot of people could say the same. Nene smiles bitterly. As I thought, Vice Principal Seki is in the faculty room. Oh, if it isn't Tokisaka-sensei. Thanks for leading the students to the art museum today. Nah, I don't mind doing something like that. I had some business at the museum to take care of, as well. I see. So, have you found out anything? Well, we don't have any solid proof, so there's no way I could tell you. Are they unharmed? It's not just because we don't know. I simply can't bring myself to respond. Well, it's about time. Mori should be coming to Moonworld soon. Welcome, Tokisaka-san. Tatsune-kun, has anyone come here looking for me? Ah, yes, there's a man sitting in the back. She points at Mori, seated and drinking an iced coffee. He actually came. Given his character, I'd half expected him to stand me up. Oh, hi there. Mori stands and bows. I didn't think you'd really show up. Eh? What's that? His curiosity, oddly enough, is written across his face. He seems really sketchy in that outfit. Just throw it out there. Why? Didn't you know you're a suspect? Eh? A suspect of what? He's completely oblivious. My God. He's an idiot. I'm talking about the possibility that you kidnapped her. Huh? Why me? Huh? Out of Nichizona Yui's circle of acquaintances, you're the most suspicious. The police also have you marked. Uzumi's the one who had given me the data on him, so of course they're treating him as a person of special interest. But I didn't do anything, you know? If that's your story, then would you show it by telling me everything you know? Of course. Flustered, Mori pulls several photographs from his bag. I took these shots last year. At the center of each is a smiling Nichizona Yui. This might be the first time I've seen her with an expression on her face. Some show her reading a book. I try looking for any identifiable characteristics on her body, but I can't find anything of note. However, do you know what that thing is attached to her bag there? Oh, that's a decoration, a black egg. Huh. A black egg. I'm pretty sure she said that she got it from a friend. All her friends went around with ones just like it or something. Her friends, huh? Sato Ayumi didn't know about the black egg. How do I go around? How do I go about rounding up all the females besides her, friends beside her? It just looked like an ordinary egg, dyed with the insides removed. Say, do you know who was in her circle of friends? No way, man. We weren't that intimate. If Kozumi Kei and Takagawa Yumi were among them, the black eggs they were carrying around might have been the same ones discovered inside their bodies. Well, where is she right now? I can't tell you that yet. I have to get some more information regarding the rumor of the black egg, even if I have to be a little aggressive.
Someone connected to that group of people is the killer. Just as I'm heading home from Moonworld, I see a familiar face on the street. It's Kuchiki Fumiya. The doctor. He's walking over here. I guess he's seen me too. Good evening, Tokisaka-sensei. Ah, hello. Going somewhere to do some drinking? Nah, just going for a walk. Fumiya laughed lightheartedly. I'm not a drinker. Oh? Well, it's not that surprising. He didn't strike me as the type who really enjoyed drinking. Looks like you had to take care of Toko-chan today as well. Oh no, it was just a chaperone. Come to think of it, she was really quiet today. Suppose it's because she saw that painting. Really? She seemed pretty cheerful this morning, though. If you don't mind me asking, Kuchiki-san, do you have any relatives who resemble Toko? Eh? What do you mean by that? Well, there was a portrait at the art museum we went to today that looked exactly like her. I'm a bit curious because it was drawn just before the end of the war. The mood of the painting can change completely depending upon how you look at it. Isn't it possible that after you saw Toko-chan, it influenced how you saw the painting? I guess that sounds plausible. I don't know, man. It is doctor's advice, but... Or it could be Chizuru. I don't ever remember her modeling for a painting, but... No, don't worry about it. I was curious, that's all. Fair enough. Well, I'll be off. Sure. See you. I returned home after walking from Kuchiki-joji. So I better lay out my plans for tomorrow. Yep. Ah, welcome home, Sensei. Yeah, glad to be back. I let out a sigh as I enter my room. Pulling a cigarette from his case, I light up and take a drag. Did he not notice, Tojiko? Phew. As the smoke diffuses through my room, I realize how hungry I am. I wonder what's for dinner tonight. But first, there's another thing that's been bothering me. She said dinner's going to be roast salmon and simmered taro. Yeah, what the hell are you doing here? Not too quick on the uptake, Sensei. Tojiko is lounging in the living room, acting as though she owns the place. Riko, you're eating too, right? Yukari came out of the kitchen. Of course, because it's gonna be some of Yukarin's home cooking. What in the world is going on here? Anyhow, after dinner, I take a bath and return to my room. It looks like Tojiko is staying the night, even though they have class in the morning. I've got to continue my investigation at the school tomorrow. First off, how am I going to get information on the rumor? Tojiko seems like she can handle it quite easily. I guess I'll have no choice. I'll ask Tojiko. Huh? Ask me what? Why the heck do you guys pop up when I least expect it? Well, our room is right next to yours. So, what is it you wanted to ask me to do? For some reason, when she says it like that, I don't really feel like asking her anymore. Well, I guess I can't get out of this one, Tojiko. I've got something I want you to investigate for me at the academy tomorrow. Sure, but only if you say, "Pretty please, Suzuriko-sama." Then would you do it for me, Yukari? Sure, I don't mind. Ah, don't ignore me! You're just going to weasel your way into this one way or another, aren't you? Well, of course. She's taken quite a defiant attitude. Fine. The request extends to you as well. Okay, leave it to me. Then, what would you like us to do?
You told me about a black egg a while ago, right, Tojiko? I want you two to gather some information regarding that. I think that's going to be tough. All I know are the basics. I'm pretty sure those girls are up to some shady business. Tojiko continues, her voice grave. My entire reason for getting close to Orihime-senpai was because I hoped it would come up as a topic of conversation. So, Orihime really is involved with these rumors? Probably, but I don't think she'll tell me anything. We should go after the upperclassmen who know about it, the rumor, but if they're up to no good, then I think we should be able to find out exactly what it is they're trying to do. Don't take it too far, girls. I can't let you two expose yourselves to danger. Ah, don't worry. There's nothing that dangerous inside the academy. Tojiko thumped her chest, overflowing with confidence. And yet 2 people have gone missing from the academy. Nothing that dangerous, huh? We'll see about that. March 15th. Oh, morning, Sensei. When I entered the living room, I see Tojiko reading the newspaper and looking more like a master of the house than a guest. Any interesting articles? Doesn't look like it. Sounds like yesterday was a peaceful day without any murders or robberies. Both of you, hurry up and eat breakfast so we can go to the academy. In the end, we all go to school together. Don't you want a car or something, Sensei? There's no way Nissan could with his income. Do you know how much a Suzulite K car costs? 40,000 yen. Where am I supposed to get that kind of money? How much is that? Like 4,000, 40 grand, something like that? I don't know. Well, if you had a car, getting to school would be easy, you know. Buy one yourself. You make money writing novels, don't you? But I don't have a driver's license. Oh, I know. I'll just hire you as a chauffeur, Sensei. I don't have a license either. Yeah, having a license would be kind of stupid if you don't have a car. So, I mean, when I'm not in class, I spend my time in the prep room thinking things over. This most recent murder, there's been a lot of information collected already, but there must be something missing. Nothing is falling into place. Except for a growing number of spent cigarettes falling into their place in the ashtray. Sensei, you there? The door opens and Tojiko enters. Did you find something out? Yeah. This sounds like it could be serious. Saying that, she closes the door behind her. I heard from a first-year student that you can't get a black egg unless you become part of their Shizuma group. The spirit in the Christian church? The split in the Christian church. Huh. I don't know what it really means. It sounds like this group even includes students from other schools, but I get the feeling that they're not around anymore. Most likely are murder victims. Did you learn any details about what this group did? Yeah, rounding up delinquents, they called it. Delinquents? For prostitution? Most likely. Nochizono-san and Imamari-san were probably forced into it. I'd suspect this was the case, but hearing it confirmed is... On top of that, it's said that they used drugs. Who's the ringleader? Now that, I couldn't get them to tell me. Tojiko's tone suddenly changes. She's sharp enough to figure it out. All signs point to one girl. Well then, next up is the Black Madonna. Killed by the Black Madonna. What did Tojiko dig up on that rumor?
Nothing about that in particular. It goes hand in hand with the black egg rumor, really. But do you know where it started? I've been investigating Dante's Divine Comedy, but it never mentions black egg. I'm sure there's more to it, but the girl I asked didn't seem to know. I guess there's no way to know unless you're one of the group. I see. Thanks, Tojiko. How many times do I... Oh, never mind. See ya. Oddly, Tojiko leaves without her usual protestations. That's a weird word. Once I've collected my thoughts, I leave the prep room and head down the hallway. As I expected, I have to go ask that girl some questions. I hope she came to school today. I'm in front of the third year classroom. Inside, the students absorb the lecture in utter silence. She's not there. I was afraid this would happen. Are you looking for me, Tokisaka-sensei? Suddenly, a voice hails me from behind. Orihime. Turning around, I can't conceal my surprise. Orihime has definitely seen better days. Sensei. Her voice is dull, lifeless. Let's go somewhere else. They're still in the middle of class. Considering the state she's in, I don't want anyone else hearing this conversation. After some hesitation, I end up bringing her to the infirmary. It looks like Nene's out. Orihime allowed herself to be led here, and now stands in meek silence. There's a kettle on the stove, and I pour a cup of steaming hot coffee. Here you go. I press it into Orihime's hands. The heat must have brought her back to her senses, and she finally glances in my direction. Sensei, First off, drink that and calm yourself. I'm already calm. Really? I've got a number of things I want to ask you, if that's okay. Go ahead. I suppose I'll have to answer them all. Alright. Tell me about the Shima group. It's an assembly of heretics. She gave that answer up far more readily than I expected. But as I suspected, she's the leader. Until now, I've lived a life where I've lacked for nothing? Lived for nothing, maybe? Or rather, I should say that a life without freedom. My family is rich, but very strict. Orihime cradles the cups in her hands while she speaks. Sensei, I'm sure you've noticed, at this academy, we're stifled by harsh discipline. I was always living with a rigid shell around me, afraid even to breathe. Her hands are trembling, causing the cup to rattle audibly. And last year, I resolved to change everything. As for what compelled me, I've already forgotten. I wanted to punish everyone. This academy, adults, society. The corners of her mouth quirk upward. I created the schema. There were many girls fed up with living under oppression, not just here, of course, but at other schools as well. And among these people were Kozumi Kei and Takigawa Yumi. Their names meant nothing to me. I was just delighted that they shared my goal. We were happy to cause trouble, reveling in our own corruption. And so, you broke your shell. My shell had already been broken. Our pain turned into pleasure, and I was unable to break out of the cycle. With the power granted to us females, we could have destroyed the world with no difficulty. A single drop of coffee spills from the cup. By sharing our secrets, our bond grew ever stronger. I used a story from a book on a basis for that ridiculous rumor, but I never thought it would lead to this. You break the black egg, and you're killed by the Black Madonna. Words, nothing more. But then the group started disappearing, one after another. And so a wild rumor became reality. I don't know the details, however. The girls who disappeared, and those who were killed, were all members of the group. And there we have it. I'm certain of this. The next person to be killed by the Black Madonna will be me. That's the weight of my sin. She who sowed the seeds of discord will have her body torn asunder. Is that a passage from the Divine Comedy? No, that's from The Egg of Ninus. The Egg of Ninus. Yes, it's the title of a book. That's where the black egg comes from. Is that so? This book may finally shed some light on these murders. A person like me, impure of body and mind, is beyond redemption. I'm already... Orihime's body shakes, and she lurches over. Watch out! I catch her arm before she can fall. A pool of coffee spreads across the floor. Sensei. Are you okay? Yeah. Orihime nods, but she clearly is not herself. Step back. We wouldn't want you to cut yourself. I squat down and pick up the pieces. Looks like the coffee is soaked into the floorboards. What in the world have I been doing up till now? You're young. There's nothing wrong with following your desires. You've got a long life ahead of you. You can make up for all your mistakes later. But there's no way I can atone for my sins. That's not true. I look up and am immediately struck speechless. Orihime is holding a pair of scissors to her neck. Don't do it. Careful not to make any sudden movements, I try to talk her down. I can't take it anymore. These sins are too much to bear. The blade cuts into her neck. A blade like that will never kill you. If you don't do the job right, you're just going to pass out from the pain. And if you screw this up, you're going to be in deep shit afterwards. If that helps me atone, then I don't care. As she says this, Orihime's gaze wanders for a split second. Now! Whoa! In a single motion, I dive for the scissors she's holding. Gah! There's a warm sensation in my right palm. Ah, Sensei! Orihime screams. Are you okay? Trembling with the pain, I apply pressure to my right hand, but keep my attention focused on her. Who cares about me? Sensei, your hand is... Oh please, I've been through much worse than this. I move my hand behind my back, hiding the fact that the blade's gone clear through it. My entire hand throbs violently. We have to do something. Orihime looks around and runs over to the medicine cabinet. Luckily for me, we're in the infirmary. Get some bandages and antiseptics, and alcohol, and a roll of cotton as well. Okay. Orihime frantically rummages through the cabinets. Well, at least I was able to distract her from her suicidal urges. The door opens behind me. Oh, hell no! What? What? Yeah. What?